I'm here with my Triceratops buddy, and we're going to talk about why you should wait until the end of the playtest to give feedback. This is my biggest pet peeve in any playtesting session, is someone who interrupts the playtest to give feedback. And I don't mean like a small comment here or there, like I'm really having fun, like something positive and quick is fine. I'm talking about the person who feels the need to, in the middle of the playtest, just start talking about whatever their issues with the game are. Interrupting the playtest to give your feedback, like on your turn or something, might seem like it makes sense, but to me, it's a lot like interrupting the movie so that you can talk about it. It ruins the experience, because we're no longer experiencing the game. Instead, we're experiencing feedback. Now, as a playtester, I don't really know necessarily where my feelings are coming from about the game. If we're stopping every so often to discuss feedback, then I don't know if the game was slow because the game is actually slow. I don't know if I felt bored because of the experience of the game, or if it was because we kept stopping to give feedback every so often. Maybe I had more fun than I normally would because I like feedback. Or maybe I had less fun than I normally would because the feedback made the game take too long. Okay, I had to move this inside because thunderstorms are starting in Dinosaur. So what can you do instead? Like, I understand that you are excited to give feedback, and that's awesome. That's really great that that's what you want to do. But instead of interrupting the playtest, you need a handy dandy notebook so that you can keep notes. And one of the reasons I really like notebooks anyway is there's something to be said about how your experience is going to change throughout the course of playing the game. Like, you're going to feel maybe one way about something early on in the game, and your feelings on that might change by the time you get to the end of it. Something that you thought was going to be maybe your least favorite part of the game might turn out to be your most favorite part of the game. And something else that you might have been really excited about, by the time you get to the end of the game, you might be disappointed that it wasn't really as engaging as you thought it was going to be. So it's really helpful if you write that stuff down in the notebook. Like, I often will write down as someone is teaching something to me, hey, I'm really excited to try this, or I don't think that's going to work. At the end of the playtest, maybe those feelings are different. And I find that writing it down and presenting it that way can not only help the designer, but it can also help you understand how you feel about games, which can be really helpful when you design games, or can just really help you understand where your tastes actually are. So get yourself a notebook, start taking notes, and save your feedback until the end of the playtest. Now, that doesn't mean that you have to play the entire game before you give feedback. There are definitely times where, like, you've seen enough and it's time to call the game and go to feedback, and that's perfectly acceptable. What I'm talking about is bouncing back and forth between feedback and playing the game, and feedback and playing the game, and feedback and playing the game. Pick a lane. You're either playing the game or the game is over, and then it's time to do feedback. Please hold your thoughts until the end of the playtest. Peace. Dinosaur, Colorado, which I expected to be more campy than it is. I've been to Roswell, and Roswell is super campy. It has like R2-D2 fire hydrants and random stuff like that, or like R2-D2 mailboxes. I forget exactly. All the lamps are aliens, so I kind of expected this place to be more like that. But it's just got this fancy sign, and it does have some dinosaurs. But I'm definitely a little freaked out because I got caught in a lightning storm the other day, and that was not fun at all. I'm in Dinosaur, but not for much longer. Moving on to Salt Lake City.